Welcome everyone in this new video tutorial about the multiplayer combat editor. In this video we're going to learn how to use the built-in replace skill feature which belongs to the skill manager. So what is this? This is a feature that allows you to simply switch from a skill to another in the list of skills of an actor. And this needs to be multicasted to the server, to all clients, because everyone needs to know that the skill gets modified. So no worries, it's kind of easy to do it. So we're going to do a simple logic that says that when we hit one of the key, when we hit a key, it's going to replace the main skill of our character. So let's do that by going into our level blueprint, right click, num plus, var num plus, and then we're going to say custom event, replace a main skill, and we're going to create another one, server replace main skill. Actually, I don't like this. The level blueprint is not really a good place to do such thing. It's not modular enough. So we're going to create a new blueprint. We're going to create a new folder called I don't know, pickups. Then we're going to create a new blueprint class, which is an actor. This is going to be called BP pickup. We're going to open that up. This is going to be replicated. This is going to have a static mesh as not the root, a static mesh, not as the root, I mean. It's going to be 1 meter cube, but we're going to make that 0.1. We're going to pull that bit upside. We're going to add a rotating movement like that, which is rotating by 80 degrees, like this. And then we're going to add a simple collision sphere to that, which we're going to make 50 wide. This is going to be trigger collision. The first SM is going to be SM pickup. The root is going to be called root. Oh, I cannot rename that. If I compile, I think I can. Okay, I cannot rename that. I don't care. Rotating movement, we do not care as well. We're going to right click on trigger collision, add event on begin overlap. It's going to add an event to our event graph. Then we're going to check if the actor we collided with is our character. If that's the case, we are going to print something to the screen like this. The name of the character we'll overlap it with. And then we're going to destroy the actor only if we are on server, like that. So I think we might have already created some pickup in the project, and I've deleted them because they weren't working as intended because of an Unreal bug, which is tracked and might be resolved soon. So let's consider this is a new pickup we create for that tutorial, and it's going to be it's a new pickup we create for that tutorial. We might use that for other tutorials. So we do that and we destroy the actor. We add the pickup to the scene, we hit play, and when we step on it, it's printing our name. It's kind of small, so you might have not even see that. And I want something emissive, maybe, like that. And up, it's being destroyed. It's still a bit too. It was like that. We might be. Yep. So this is our pickup. The static mesh is not going to have any collisions like this. And when we step on a third-person character, we are going to actually create new we are actually going to tell everyone that his main skill is going to change. So we're going to call a multicasted event, which is going to be called switch skill, for instance. This is going to be multicasted and reliable. We're going to get rid of the print string there. We're going to add do once node like this, o-click, and we're going to say that if you are the server, you are going to multicast switch skill like this, and we're going to get rid of the destroy actor and put that in the multicast, just because if we put the destroy actor there, I'm afraid that the multicast might not work, because this will trigger 0.3 seconds after the server has triggered that bunch of nodes. And if we destroy it there and 0.3 seconds after we are trying to do something on the client, I'm afraid it might not work. So instead we are triggering the multicast, and then we will destroy the actor only at that moment when the multicast triggers, and only on the server, because this is going to trigger on all machines. So what do we want to do there? We actually want to retrieve the third-person character that stepped in, and we want to modify its skill. So how are we going to do that? We're going to add a new parameter to that, which is going to be a character, which is actually going to be a skill manager, because the skill manager is needed to modify a skill, not a character. We're going to call that parameter in manager, like that. Then we're going to hit refresh all nodes, and we're going to drag a wire out of the third person character, type in get skill manager, like that, drag a wire in there. So when someone steps in, is it a character? If yes, we are doing only once, we are only doing it once. The server is telling everyone the skill manager of the character that stepped in should be switching skill. But we just didn't build the switch skill logic, so how do we do that? We can drag a wire out of the skill manager and type in replace skill. This is going to ask for a skill to replace, and this is going to ask for what new skill to create at that location. And we want to plug the rest of the logic which destroyed the pickup. And what skill do we want to replace? We will replace the skill which is the first on the active skill list. So drag a wire out of the skill manager, type in get active skill. We want the first skill, we want to replace that skill, and we want to replace the skill by, I don't know, our first skill is slice. We want to replace slice by furious blow, for instance. And if we do that, when we hit play, we have slice, and then we have furious blow. And if the client steps in, it should be working as well. Like this, he has furious blow now. So this is how you can use the replace skill built-in function. By multicasting, you need to make sure that everyone gets the information that the skill is being modified. And in our case, you could be saying that since everyone overlaps, we could be avoiding multicasting the event, but that's just more safe to multicast the events in case the pickup gets destroyed on client and some client failed to overlap, they would fail to replace the skill. We could just be saying something like this, for instance, instead of multicasting, and everyone would overlap and trigger that. But you never know what happens to replicated actors, and in this case we want to make sure it doesn't it never failed to replace the skill on some clients. So what is the purpose of that feature? You might be wondering, and you could be checking. We can check some examples of that in our modifier list, prefab, in the list of examples, I mean. In the prefab, the talents, we have something called Fire Nova, and the modifier Fire Nova is actually finding a skill to modify. It's searching for a Frost Nova, and it's trying to replace that by a Fire Nova. So actually the replace skill logic is most often used with modifier alongside modifier, but I wanted to showcase the use of that in another environment than the modifier. And if you want more details about how to modify skills instead of just replacing them, you will have to step by the modifier playlists and the different videos talking about replacing skill and modifying them, obviously. So it's going to wrap up that video. Hope you guys enjoyed it and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.